He said maybe there's a person who has something festering, something bitter festering within him. When he will hear the words of the Olah, of the Shua, he'll feel empowered within his heart. Lema Shalom Yali. It's unrelated to me. Ki b'shlidus libi elech. I will go according to the visions of my heart. L'matzvos harovas atzmeyo. Hashem says He will treat. Hashem usually shogeg is not as serious as mezid, but this person will be treated that even the shogeg will be dealt with like as if it would be a mezid. Let's see Rashi. V'izbarach b'levavo loshem brocho. Yachshel b'libo bicho shalom la'atzmo. He's going to be at peace. This is unrelated. Lema lo yivuni haklolos halolo. All the curses that are meant to come upon a person if he doesn't keep the bris has no relevance to me. Ach shol miyali. Why? Because he's not accepting the bris. V'izborech. Okay. Dikduk. B'shurus libi elech. B'maris libi mo ashureno. I feel secure. V'lo korov. Klomar. Mash libi roa lasos. I'll do as I choose. Matzvosa rovo. So what does HaKadosh Baruch Hu say? Fisha osev lo peronos al masha osa anheina b'shogeg. I'll bring tragedy upon him, even things that he did b'shogeg. Well, you see, Mavra, normally, Hashem says, I would look away. V'gorei mato shatzarfi m'mezid. But now it's going to be added to the account, to the mezid account, to the deliberate account. For every mene hakol, and he's going to be punished for everything. So if here the Sifchum says the word svos comes the word hosafa, I will add lamat svos harova lo minyan kloya kamo tispe vod shina vomar man shaosif neg svos makor lo pirush shiirshu is donas kishkogos ohepech pirush okro. El sheholech achshiris libo heipsiba sheosef lo peronos hashkogos. Peronos has donos. Okay? V'chein tig mogles bedil lo sofo le chete shalvuso als dunusa. The sins that came during a peaceful time. Sheoslo adni hashkos al dunos. Harovo. What's harovo? Shogeg shuose kodem shikur. It's like a person sated. Shuose shlo bidas. Hatzmei shuose bidas ubetaiva. Now, what exactly is the understanding? There's a halacha. Let's say a person first needs chaylev b'shogeg. Yes, bring gachatos. Person violates Shabbos b'shogeg. Yes, bring gachatos. What about a person has no compunction about violating Shabbos or eating chaylev? Normally it's chaylev. He goes to into a kosher restaurant and he asks for whatever. For kosher meat. And they serve him chaylev. He eats the chaylev. He normally eats chaylev, this person. But this one time when he eats the chaylev, it's shogeg. He doesn't realize he's eating chaylev. Does he bring a chatos on that chaylev? So the answer he doesn't. Why? Because even if he would have known that it was, he would have eaten it. You only bring a chatos if the basis why you violate is because it was inadvertent. But here, if he would have known, he would have eaten it. It happens to be he didn't know. And that's true by Eddie's case of chatos. He didn't realize this, that you're not permitted to violate Shabbos in this context, in this instance. But if he would have known, he would have violated Shabbos. It happened to be he didn't know. So again, he doesn't bring a chatos. So here, why? Normally, this person, he's not concerned about the shvua, about the bris, nothing. So Hashem says, you know something, the shogeg is like a mazid. What's the mazid? The mazid is here the priority. Everything's irrelevant. So even when you do the shogeg, why are you doing the shogeg? It's a lack of understanding of what's happening. But if you would have known, you would have done in either case. Therefore, Hashem says the shogeg will be treated like the mazid. You'll be no less culpable. That's Laman Svos HaRovas Atzmeyo. So over here, the Sibura says something interesting. What is B'Shvus Levi? Outwardly, I'll give them lip service. I'll behave like I'm one of them, but in my heart, I'll do what I want. So he says, why? Why does he behave this way? We'll let him be openly. Open say, look, I'm not accepting. I'm out of here. Person is sated. Imadas kale hatzmeo v'nivdeles min ha'taibus ha'gashmis. Klal are removed from gashmi, from certain things which are inappropriate. This man's interested in that. Kedei l'smoch imam b'yirchosom. Because Klal are so special, therefore they're deserving of brocha. So therefore, what do I want him to do? Outwardly accept the Olah, because I want to be there for the party. If I show them I'm not on the same page with them, so therefore I can't share in their bracha. So I'll be two-faced. My heart, I'll do what I want. When it comes to reap the benefits, what they have, I'll be there to reap the benefits. So there are two problems here. Firstly, you're rejecting the bris. So you're culpable for that. Secondly, you're dishonest. You're playing the role of somebody you're there, and really that's not your intent. You're there only to take. You want to add to your desire. As Atzmei said, Klauso is called Tzmeya. They're parched. Parched means because they're divorced from Taiva, because they behave a certain way. So because they're divorced, they're deserving of brocha. So the reason why outwardly you're saying that you accept, because you want to be there to be able to benefit when they benefit. 1 second. Lo yov Hashem sloach lo, next posuk. Hashem will not be willing to forgive this person. Ki oz yeshen af Hashem v'kinosu b'shahu. The vengeance of Hashem will burn against this person. Just to the contrary, all the curses which are written in the Sefer will actually destroy him. Hashem will obliterate his name from under the heaven. And why is Hashem reacting so strongly about this person? He's two-faced. He's two-faced. Mocha, it's a term that we use by what? By Amalek. Hashem will obliterate his name from Tachsa Shamayim. Mochot, it's something which is really extreme. Evidently, Hashem speaks this way when something personifies evil. Something which is contrary to like it says, Ki al Keiskov, my throne is not permanent because of Amalek. Therefore, they have to be obliterated. By the Mabul, he obliterated them. What is this man? So he's two-faced. He's not willing to accept the Shvur. What's Umoch Hashem es Shmo Mitachsa Shamoyim?
Rabbi, it sounds like you're describing somebody who's hypocritical, but yet without...
It's not hypocritical.
It's
not. It has no. What's that to hypocritical?
Because it's like two-faced.
Hypocrite means I tell you do one thing, I do differently. This man's not telling anybody to do anything. This man is two-faced. I outwardly, I'm with you, only there to take. It's not a hypocrite. It's dishonest. Right? Talking about dishonesty. It's not hypocrite here. Right? Hypocrite is a guy, somebody tells you, make sure to be there 10 to 6, he doesn't show up himself. Okay, that's a hypocrite. Okay? Not because he has a cold. If he has a cold, he's not a hypocrite. Okay? So, why over here? Mocha.
Stealthily.
If there was someone who sweated, he's got the cloak of Hashem, and he's not doing the will of Hashem.
The thing that I was thinking about is that, we read in Pirkei Avos that if you teach Torah to people who are not appropriate people, you're not permitted to teach Torah to them. Why? Because what happens afterwards? These people die. People say, they're Talmidei Chachamim. Why are they dying? It's Chil Hashem. Because only God knows who they really are. So I'm saying this person behaving two-faced, So what happens? So he's going to be punished. Not to this degree. But if he's punished, what are people going to say? The man's a tzaddik. Why is Hashem punishing tzaddikim? So therefore, because he's two-faced, it creates a chil Hashem. Therefore, by you rejecting the bris and the olah, has no relevance to, and you say you're going to be okay, but you're not going to be okay. And if you're not going to be okay, what's going to be? Creates a chil Hashem. Therefore, moch Hashem, therefore Hashem is not going to tolerate it. He's going to remove you immediately, because in terms of what you represent, that's what came to mind. There's a word from the Chofetz Chaim. It says something phenomenal. Alan, it's important. You know, you sound like Menachem Tisher. Okay? You're a good student. So, he speaks about, all of a sudden, out of nowhere, you have a Haskalah movement. Haskalah? You have a reform movement. Before these movements, it was unheard of. Very rarely did you hear a Jew was Mechalel Shabbos. And even if he was, it had to be in a private setting. Why? Because the community wouldn't tolerate it. All of a sudden, in droves, people are just throwing away their religion. No kosher, no Shabbos, no nothing. What happened all of a sudden? Evidently, there's a what? Hashem allowed there should be a certain feeling, ruach, just to throw off the yoke of everything. Without any conscience, not be concerned. Why? Here's why. The Chofetz Chaim very much, his whole perspective was that we're a big Ikvus and Mashiach. We don't know exactly the extent of period of Ikvus and Mashiach. Hashem's preparing us for Mashiach. He says, what would be if Mashiach comes, and also there's Yom HaDin HaGodol, there's the great day of judgment, and Hashem goes, and he starts punishing people. We have tefillin every day, keep Shabbos every day, keep kosher. People say, what's going on over here? It's chil Hashem. Hashem is sur tomim polo. God's justice is perfect. Why is he punishing these people? So he says, because people don't know what's truly in these people's hearts. Why they wearing tefillin. If it was up to them, they wouldn't wear tefillin. In their hearts, it's just a facade. As a result of that, they deserve to be punished. So therefore, what does Hashem do? Since we're coming close to the Yom HaDin HaGodol, ultimately he's going to judge people. So he wants people to show their true colors. That they shouldn't have any compunction. No tefillin, no kosher, no Shabbos. Just throw it out the window. Just cast it off. So ultimately, when the Yom HaDin HaGodol comes, it shouldn't be a chil Hashem. That's what he writes to Chofetz Chaim. That's why he allows all these things and all the settings for this to take place. What's his name? The Sinchom says regarding Paro, why is Vayelzek Hashem a slave Paro? Why? Because otherwise, let's say Paro himself, if he would have punished him, where it wasn't obvious what his true nature was, it's chil Hashem. Here, Paro himself, he wants to. What does Hashem do? Strengthens his heart, and people see clearly the man's a bad man. I mean, here he should send him out, and he's not sending him out. He says yes, and he doesn't. He deserves to be clobbered. So therefore, it's not a chil Hashem. This is Sifarna over there. That's the Sifsei Chachamim. To be continued.
Why the last missionary in Sofa talks about the brazenness of the generation before Mashiach? I understand you want to understand the whole time. Why the necessity to be so brazen? Why is it
Well,
outright?
Brazenness you need to have no conscience. Right? How do you behave this way? I couldn't care less.
You broke it down everything. I understand.
That's brazenness. Chutzpah yizgeh. Right? Insolence will increase.
Because is it according to the whole time?
Otherwise, there are holdbacks.
Is the brazenness so that we can see that when people
So
are
people,
punished, you see that it's
they deserve to be punished. No, they're showing that until now, otherwise you really don't know the truth of who the person is.
When someone becomes brazen against God,
Not only does it say against God, it says the young won't respect the elders.
I understand the whole thing.
So everything comes apart.
So everyone has an aha moment when Hashem.
We're not saying everybody's brazen, but we're saying, so therefore, why does this world look the way it works? Look, there's no conscience.